I know it's being flooded in the news right now, but it's basically being handled country by country, and all the countries are handling it differently. And Twitch is basically a little microcosm of the world. So all of you guys, like, while you may not think that your perspective is interesting, at least to me, it's super interesting because your perspective is your own and it's unique to the country that you live in. So,
Okay, so first of all, thank you, Cookie Killer, for the €2. Said you watched a part of the tunnel yesterday. Really cool format. Enjoy the talks. Greeting from Austria. Wish you all the best in these harsh times and for all the work of the community. Thank you so much. Appreciate it and glad you enjoyed the tunnel. The VOD will be up later tonight, I think, on YouTube publicly. And yeah, Cash is playing Orc. Anyway, like, for some reason, Cash asked me to host. Usually I'm the one hosting, and then I give the game name once the game is up. But he's like, you know how you say game name, you say GN. So he says GN, please. But please is a very confusing name. It sounds like he's saying, can you give me the game name, please, when you say GN, please. So then I wrote that in the casters group, and some of them weren't joining. And they're like, what's the game name? And then I quoted GN, please. And then he was still not joining the French caster. So I was like, can you join, please? Which every time you use please, why did he have to pick this nickname? He's like trolling all of us. It's crazy.
it's a great troll. I think it's an accidental troll.
Yeah.
Anyway, so coming out from Please, we do see a keeper. I was actually wondering, I know Please plays a lot of Demon Hunter as well, but he does favor keeper in this matchup. So I was kind of wondering what hero we'd see, but we are going to see the keeper coming out. And then from Cash, we are going to see Blade Master. So pretty standard game, I expect. We're going to see a one archer opening to get this creep down really quickly with a fast level 2 keeper. And then he's probably going to transition into the 1 AOW hunts, and then try to gain some kind of advantage at tier 2, put up an expand, etc., etc. And we do see the Hunter's Hall coming up right away. That's a very quick Hunter's Hall. So we are going to see a quick transition from archers into... Oh, he canceled the Hunter's Hall. Oh, he misplaced it.
Oh, wow.
He either accidentally canceled it or he misplaced it. That's actually a pretty big cancel, guys.
Yeah, you lose quite a bit of wood when you do that, for sure.
Yeah. That was a pretty big mistake, and that's gonna be a feels bad, man. That's a yikes.
It's gonna be a yikes for me. They got same items, by the way, which should benefit Blade Master more with those slippers.
Yeah, this blade is already gonna be hitting hard, and he actually clears out that entire creep. Sometimes Blade Masters on this map, they'll just do item creeping and they'll hop from camp to camp and get the items as quickly as possible. But he does clear out that whole camp.
He just hit the cage.
Yeah, I sometimes do that too. It's actually a pain in the ass. It's always accidental.
Warcraft tier with a resub. Thank you very much. Welcome back.
It actually happens. It happens with those orange camps in the middle. Sometimes if you do like the force attack move, there's like those cages, you know what I'm talking about, in the middle. And you'll accidentally attack the cage instead of attacking the creep, and then your hero will get bashed.
I mean, let's be honest. Why are these here anyway? Like,
I don't know. They're stupid.
Okay, so double Enchant of War Mass tier 1 on the menu here from Please, by the way. A bit of an OC build, if you will.
Yeah, so we do see that second AOW coming up. I love the placement of this second AOW. It's kind of placed in a position where it's kind of far away, and we see no tech from Please, so he is going to stay on tier 1 for a while. And where that AOW is placed, he can also use that AOW later to creep the shop.
Yeah.
And so once he hits about 40 food or so, my guess is he's going to use that AOW to creep the shop.
But do you think maybe he does an AP push, or like, what was the plan exactly? Does he expand?
If you stay on tier 1, usually you'll do an AP push. And we do see a wisp on the bottom left-hand side. Usually that wisp will be the wisp that builds the AP.
Yeah, but
but Cash is already scouting it with the gun.
Yeah, he knows that. I mean, they're probably pretty familiar with one another. By the way, that keeper is pretty jacked. Is that an 8-pack on him?
A player's forces are under attack.
I noticed oh my god, he dropped the item anyway. Yeah, look at this.
Wow. Yeah, he's ripped.
You wouldn't say this to his face, would you?
No, I wouldn't mess with
He's
that
jacked
guy.
and he hangs out with the hottest dudes.
Definitely. He's the best dressed for sure. He's an ex-Marine with 500 confirmed kills.
This is one of the silliest part of the past.
and then he threw the Undertaker off the cage.
Oh, he's actually trying to get the red blades.
Yeah, he's not going to get the kill, but that is some really nice damage. And you'll notice the blade does not have healing salve, so that is going to force him to go back because he cannot take another entangle. So this will open up the map a little bit for Please. It'll allow him to get level 3. And still no tech to speak of, actually. So usually when you, if the AP push fails or like this AP is scouted, usually you'll either transition into like a tier 2 or you'll throw up a tree or something like that. But we don't see either of those two things happening from Please. So I really expect to either see a tier 2 tech or a tree coming up in the next 30 seconds or so. Because otherwise I'm not really sure what Please's game plan is here.
Hey, SuhaPX with the resub, welcome back, dude. He left the item, by the way. Well, at least for now. And the tome. Okay, this is unacceptable. The sacred texts will not be ignored on my watch. You better pick up that tome real fast. It's pretty sick, actually, that so many of the small camp on this map, they give a tome plus an item.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's one of the reasons this map really caters to I thought we might see a Demon Hunter map. I know a lot of people like Keeper because getting level 3 is just super easy on this map, but it also is kind of nice for a Demon Hunter because you're able to get a jacked Demon Hunter super duper quickly on this map.
Speaking of jacked. No, I got nothing. Both heroes almost level 2 here. He's going Wyverns, by the way, from the bestiary here.
And we do see the tier 2 tech was started by Please, and he's throwing up an Ancient of Wonders in his base, and he's making a couple archers. So he must have saw the Wyvern, and we do see some archers being produced on the side of Please. He's going for a surround on the SH there, but he's going to take a ton of damage while he's going for that surround.
Yeah, so snakes or serpent wards plus wyverns are supposed to be pretty good against this hunt army, but the archer was putting in some work towards those Wind Riders. Gonna get chased away now. Blade Master getting targeted. Finally, the 2 heroes of Cash dinged at very important level 2, but Shadowhunter is almost out of mana.
Nice micro by Please there, saving that archer, and Cash actually lost a ton of DPS from his army because his entire army was chasing that archer for a good 4 or 5 seconds. And 4 or 5 seconds is a lot of time when you're talking about this 40-45 food army that Cash has.
A player's force.
Yeah, the game will be uploaded on YouTube, all the VODs later on.
And we do see 1-1 upgrades on the side of Please as well. And he's about to finish tier 2. So the question now is, does he grab a tier 2 hero from the tavern? Usually it's an alchemist.
They're just gonna fight for this.
I expect to see an alchemist coming out here. He has 2 seconds. We can hire it. There it is.
Yeah, acid bomb immediately onto that Wind Rider. Oh, actually, where are we? Oh no, he used that on the Shadowhunter.
Yeah,
and gets us around.
He's definitely going all in on this.
Oh my god, he freed it! He freed it and speed scrolled away, and he actually. Oh, is it gonna live? It's so low.
And I'll tell you what, he is gonna live, but and as bad as that feels from the Night Elf player, that SH has no mana and no HP. And
yeah, you ever heard of Clarities and Salve?
Yeah, but they take time. They take time. So in this position,
yeah, thank God they do 100 gold potion of restoration.
I want to see. This is something I don't think enough players do. Is when the orc player is healing and you know he's healing, you can kind of push the advantage, especially if you have a scroll of TP, which we see Please has. Now Please is going to use this time to creep, but there's a lot of when that SH has no mana, no HP, you can kind of go push his base, try to force some cancels on those clarities. You can even dive his base a little bit to force him to buy more of those clarities and salves. So I think that was a slight misplay by Please to not push that advantage. He had a slight advantage after that fight.
And he has Ultra Vision. I don't know if he spotted this army, but if he did, this is going to be extremely bad. Oh, there was the Sentinel. So I think he knows where Cash is. He saw him move up to the expo, went there, he wasn't there. And now he's like, oh, I know where you are. Moves on to that Mer camp. And there is no TP from Cash. He has to take the fight. Wisps are going to come in. This is huge here. If he can remove all of the mana, Cash might have to buy a bunch of mercenaries to help out. He's already on 49 out of 50 right now. He's going to lose a Wind Rider pretty quickly. He's trying to escape. Please is like, not on my watch. You shall not pass. He blocked him pretty well, but
he needs to get more out of this, for sure. He needs to get some more kills. Man, he loves entangling the Blade Master more than anything else.
Yeah, even though the Shamans don't have mana, I think getting one of the grunts would have been maybe better. Or the Kodo. Free that one hunt.
Yeah, I think the Kodo is the prime target here. So, but man, Cash somehow is 3-3. That's actually really crazy that Cash is a higher hero level after Please did all of that creeping and had the disadvantage. I actually have no idea how Cash has 3-3 right now.
Yeah, they both craft almost nothing. They just craft each other.
Yeah.
If they creep the rest of the map, they actually would be 5-5-5-5.
And SH did get this Sobi Mask as well.
I think he denied his grunt with the blade.
Man, SH can essentially spam Serpent Wards when he has the Sobi Mask.
The upgrades are pretty sick, by the way. 2-1 for Please on upgrades.
Yeah, at this point, Please essentially just gave up on Huntresses. Once that SH does hit level 3, the Serpent Wards just destroy Huntresses. So we just see a ton of archers coming out on the side of Please with that 2-1 upgrade.
Moonwells are pretty empty. He needs some clarities. Isn't it weird to see Orc still making grunts at this stage in the game? You think it's...
I think grunts are good. Against archers, they're good. They really just... Honestly, they're there to soak up damage more than anything else. But if they don't soak up the damage, they do good damage to the archers. So, no, I don't think it's super weird, especially if you already invested into the Berserker Strength or whatever it's called. The whatever that grunt upgrade is. I don't even know.
Yeah, I think that's it. Pulverize, right?
But no, I think that grunts are a very worth it. For 200 gold, you get an 800 HP unit that has good armor and does good damage against these archers. So I'm not surprised at all that we see him still producing these grunts. Oh, and he ran by. There's the agility in the tome is still there. Jesus.
Oh my God.
That blade would love to have that as well. Was Neutron Fuge Donicate streamed? No. It was played at some point, and then I was like, oh, it would be perfect if we streamed it before the Happy vs. Side match. And then last night, Blizzard was like, did Lado tell us to go fuck ourselves on a phone call? Well, go fuck yourself, Todd. You're never gonna cast those replays because they're broken now with the new patch, so... Rip in peppers. Croc Dog with the resub, thank you very much. Welcome back.
Look at these items over here.
Yeah, I see them every time. I can't unsee those items, in fact.
So someone in chat just said SH went heal wave level 2 instead of wards level 2. I'm kind of surprised by that, actually. Usually they'll go wards level 2, especially with the Sobi Mask, but there's definitely an argument to be made for heal wave level 2 as well. This Blade Master is essentially never going to die. Look at the items on this blade. This blade is actually just going to kill every single archer.
Oh my god, the grunts, landing shield. It is more wisps.
Yeah, to be honest, once the Orc heroes get to this point, it's really, really hard for the elf player to win. It's one of the reasons earlier when I was saying when you have that slight advantage, you kind of just want to push. And you hope that the advantage that you have is good enough to get the win. Because if this game goes late and the Blade Master gets to the point that he is, it just gets so hard for the elf player to win this game.
He's just gonna get out there with a speed scroll here. Please was looking to try and re-engage. Alchemy is actually very close to level 3. There is someone who wants to work with.
He just grabbed the items on from the Shadow Hunter. So Shadow Hunter, I expect him to pass the slippers onto his blade. He just did. Look at that. Look at that Blade Master. God damn, the Blade Master's gonna be two-shotting archers, guys.
Thank you for the sub, Eric. Welcome to you. Oh, the speed scroll!
That crit!
He transfers potion, but he's still getting DPS. That guy was just trapped forever. He still has TP, but if you have to TP out there, it's obviously not very good news. Yeah, those grunts are just kind of not dying, to be honest.
Yeah, they create a massive wall, and the piercing damage that the archers do just is terrible against that armor, against the whatever armor type, the heavy armor. So, the grunts just don't die. He'll use trees.
Yeah, but it's gonna take forever. Like, I guess the shop will be done on the other side in the meantime. Oh, you can use Treants, yeah, that's right.
I was just going to say I expect him to buy a mana potion. As long as that SH has mana, Elf is not going to win the fight. So we see him buy 2 clarities and a mana potion. This is something that not enough people do, actually. When you have that level 3 SH, it's almost always worth it to invest the 200 gold into a mana potion.
Yeah.
And not only that, always buying both clarities. There's 2 clarities in the shop. You should always buy them both. Always. Use one of them right at the start, and then as soon as the first one is done, use another one. Those clarities are crazy good value, and we see Cash making use of that right now.
What's up, bro? The Sentinels, they're kind of hard to expect. If he had a Dust, oh my god. He might try to use a Revelation from the lab.
Yeah, he has a reveal on the lab.
No, he has a Sentry Ward here.
Yeah.
Entangle not gonna last long enough.
No, he needs one more. No, the SH is gonna meet him with a wave. Totally fine. Sitting there with his 12, 13 armor, 43% damage reduction. That blade is not going anywhere anytime fast.
Now Cash is on the offensive. He's confident. He's got the Sublimass Clarity active, Mana Potion behind this. He's got 2 healing scrolls. He's looking really good in that game number 1.
Yeah, and this is actually another big mistake that newer players make. They see a Blade Master that has like 50% HP and they're like, oh, that blade has 50% HP. He's going to die quickly. No, guys. No, he's not. The Blade Master never dies. Look at, he at least had one more Windwalk. Those level 2 heal waves were coming out. He had a heal scroll. That Blade Master wasn't going to die for another 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, plus 3.9 armor in the blade.
Yeah, yeah.
The one thing that Please has going for him is that his upgrades are pretty good. To be honest, on this map, look, he got 2k7 gold left. Please here. He can just move the tree to the expo.
Yeah, and Cash did break 50, so we see 50, 55 food versus 50. Oh, greater mana potion. He needs that. Make sure the blade doesn't grab it.
Please needs to win a fight here. He needs to win a fight super convincingly. He has no TP, so he's trapped in that dead end of an expansion here.
This is pretty terrible positioning for Please. He's going to lose 2 or 3 archers right off the bat. Lightning shield on the blade. Blade pops that critter involved. Watch Blade just chop through these archers. He's seriously just going to 2 or 3 shot these archers all the way through. You know, he's not even focusing on the archers. He's just attack with his blade. He just wants to make sure that he's getting all the damage off. He has the lightning shield on the grunts that are in the back line there, just doing massive amounts of damage. Heal wave coming out on the SH, and there's still watch. Did you see he just popped that clarity? That's such a smart move.
Yeah. He's almost level 5.
Yeah, clarity in the middle of the fight. Once he hits level 5, I expect to see level 3 heal wave, and level 3 heal wave, nothing is going to die. And there's the GG coming up. Nice game from both players, actually. That was, I think Please had a small advantage there that I would have liked to have seen him push. But it's almost like Please's initial game plan there was to go all mass tier 1 into an AP push. But that Wisp got scouted out super early by Cash. And Please had to change his game plan. And I don't know, it seemed to fall apart from there.
For Cosmodon!
Okay, they changed the game name.
Thank the Lord. Yo, Sonya for the gifted sub. Thank you, man. Appreciate
Thanks, Sonya. Sonya's a goat. Alright, we're headed to Conceal Hill, actually.
I'm surprised we're playing on this map.
Yeah. You want me to talk to you about the vetoes, like what they did?
Sure, why not?
Let me see. So Please vetoed Twisted Meadows, Cash vetoed Echo Isle, Please vetoed Terna Stand, and then Cash vetoed Northern Isle. And Please's loser map is Conceal Hill, so that's actually his map pick if he lost a map.
Maybe he has some kind of, this can be good if you have like a Huntress all-in game plan, which is kind of what we saw game 1, and what you hit at nighttime and use before Orc has a ton of like Shaman or Ensnare or anything like that, and you can kind of use the heal fountains to your advantage. Generally, historically, heal fountains are good for Orc. They have high HP units, they heal really quickly. But at nighttime, obviously, those creeps are sleeping, and Huntresses have pretty high HP as well. So just because this is Please's pick, I kind of expect like a tier 1 all-in push with like mass hunts. I expect to see him using those heal fountains to help heal the Huntresses as they get low.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see if that's the game plan, and we'll see what both players have to do about it, have to say about it.
Look at Roddy in the chat.
Hey, Roddy, what's up, buddy?
Roddy loves the Russian community. Like, apparently in StarCraft, he started calling Russians bratan or something, which means brother, and then now they all call him that. It's like Roddy always has some memes around Russia. I don't know what it is, but
that's so great. I like the Russian community. The Russian community is really good. I always say privet. Privet, my friends.
Yeah, I think, isn't it privet?
I don't know. I'm probably saying it wrong.
Privet. What do you think? Is Save Private Ryan or what? Like what? It's privet.
Oh my. Yeah, the brother thing. Yeah,
I wonder how hard it would be to learn Russian. Probably pretty
Todd's
hard.
pronunciation was closer. There we go. There we go.
Yeah. You know how you say what in Russian?
I don't.
Что.
Что.
Isn't that pretty sick?
That's a good what word.
Yeah. At least like if you take Korean, it's like mo. It's like easier, you know. Like I don't know. I feel like it makes it easier to learn, in my opinion. Where like some of the important words like this are like easy to say or learn. In Chinese, it's like shema, but then you go to Russian, it's like что.
Что. I like that. That's good. I think it's easy in all the Latin languages.
Yeah.
K in Spanish, qua in French, right?
Yeah. To be honest, quack kind of sounds a little bit silly as well. Sounds like quack.
So let's see what we see. Oh, so we do see a keeper coming out now. I'm kind of interested if we do see like a mass tier 1 strategy, or if we see just like the more standard strategy, at least as of late, is going one AOW into a tech and then trying to expand later on in tier 2. So I think that's also a possibility, but considering this was Please's pick, I almost expect him to go off meta and do some kind of all-in tier 1 push.
So he gets a claw.
Nice item for the keeper.
It's crazy how fast it is to creep with Night Elf.
Yeah, it's
like
insane.
Blade just came out and started hitting creeps, and like this is almost done. He's already collected the item, so it feels like you could always rush level 2 very fast.
Yeah, that is one of the few racial strengths that Night Elf has.
A player's
One of the
forces are under
few
attack.
which, even though they are few, they're still good enough to make the race stupidly strong, if you ask me.
Let's see
Nervous laugh.
I just ignore the comments that I don't want to comment on.
It's so sick to
and this
find
is going to be
claw
a dead grunt here. We got to see another entangle. I like that Please is backing up this archer. He could sense the
he has a
Blade
speed
Master
scroll.
was coming.
Does he try?
He's going to need to use a third entangle, maybe? Yeah, that's a third entangle.
Deny.
And Cash got the deny. The grunt does go down, but he does deny level 2. That would have given level 2 to the keeper. So nice play by Cash, but good play by Please as well. So killing those early grunts really slows down the Orc's ability to creep and kind of limits his options once he hits tier 2 as well.
How important is it to kill that first grunt? Like, does that put Please really far ahead, or is it just like decent?
It's honestly just decent because he can replenish it. You can see usually they're burrow stuck anyway. So Cash had those 2 burrows coming up, and he's able to replenish that first grunt anyway because when you get the grunt kill, it puts him down to 17 out of 20 again. So he can get it back pretty quickly. The main thing that it does is it makes it so this Blade Master has to just basically play Ring Around the Rosie with the Keeper, which is what we saw him doing. And then the other thing that it does is it slows down the SH creeping at tier 2. So he's going to have, only 2 grunts instead of 3, or 3 grunts instead of 4. Usually it's 2 instead of 3. And the SH isn't going to be able to creep as fast. And that is the major impact of that grunt kill.
Yeah, Cash is just making sure the keeper doesn't creep anymore here for now. I think he realized if he went to his side of the map and crept, then that's when the keeper would probably show up and start entangling stuff left and right. So even just keeping an eye on where the keeper is with Blade Master is, I think, a big win for him. Even though he's kind of lost him now. I think he might have made peace with the fact that Please was probably going to creep from there, and that's the moment he starts having Sentinel to work with too, and he's like, oh, I'll just maybe go creep myself. But no, he's turning around again. So he did lose him, actually.
And a nice item from Keeper getting +3 intel as well. And I know I didn't comment on this, I'm guessing. Saw it though, but we are not going to see like a tier 1 all-in push. So we are seeing more of the meta strategy, which is transition into early hunts. He's stacking to tier 2. We'll probably get that Alchemist and then see if he can gain an advantage with that Alchemist at tier 2.
Yeah, it's interesting. A lot of the time here you see like just the mass tier 1, you know, Moonglaves, Expo and all that. Kind of feels like it fell out of fashion. Like what happened to that build?
The Orcs got really good at pushing the expansion in terms of like timing the push to make sure that they had like 2 to 3 shaman, they had their 3 to 4 grunts.
Yeah,
they
we saw from
like
we saw from Hitman at DreamHack Anaheim, right?
Exactly. Yeah, Hitman was actually best, in my opinion, the best work players at pushing that expansion. He was so good at it. And it got to the point that a lot of Orcs were just kind of following his lead in terms of how to creep the SH to level 3 really quickly.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, that's a nice Serpent Ward.
Yeah, but like, yeah, Cash is trying to spot this, but there was Ultra Vision.
Ooh.
So Please saw the snake, he went around. The Blade Master did spot the army anyway, but Cash stayed inside of that camp a little too long. And now, I think he's going to lose 2 grunts for sure. The first Shaman is not even out. He's not even started yet.
No, he does. Yeah, he is no. Oh my god, this is disastrous for Cash. A brilliant play by Please, using the Ultra Vision, staying away from that Serpent Ward. Well, that Serpent Ward's going to get a kill on this Huntress, I think.
And he can actually use the fountains to heal. Oh my god. Oh, the snake! Kill the last ones. I was going to say, yeah, he can use the fountain. That's huge, actually.
And the first Wyvern comes out. I actually think this is a mistake. I did.
Wait, he's going tier 3.
He's going tier 3? Wait, what the hell? Okay, that is not normal, guys. That is
second Ancient of 4. Mass archers with marksmanship.
That is not normal at all, guys. But so earlier I was saying like Hitman got really good at that tier 2 push on the expansion. I think that's why it kind of fell out of favor. It's actually the same with Undead, how Night Elves tried to expo early against Undead, and to be honest, that's kind of been falling out of favor as well, because people are just getting really good at punishing that kind of greedy Night Elf play, and Night Elves are kind of being forced into this more standard play, so to speak. But yeah, we see Wyverns being produced by Cash. I think that's a mistake. I don't think Wyverns are good against Night Elf. They're very easily countered by archers. I guess it forces the elf to play archers, and the Blade Master eats archers for breakfast. So
yeah, but then when there's going to be that many of them. And also, by the way, last game, Alchemist played without Healing Spray, which is unusual when you play this kind of style. I wonder if this game, because he's going Mass Archer, the plan might just be to spam Healing Spray on top of archers that just kill everything.
Yeah, not a bad idea. That heal spray is super strong with an archer combo. The heal spray does do a flat number of healing. I forget what the number is like per spray, but when you're talking about a low HP unit like an archer and able to keep that unit alive, and the archer is kind of considered like one of those glass cannon units. So the longer you're able to keep that unit alive, and the more damage it does, the more likely that battle is likely to swing in your favor. So yeah, I'd like to see some heal spray come out this game too.
Gonna go for the surround here on the Ogre Lords.
Oh, he dropped. Oh, okay, there he goes. He did not have that surround at the start. He better use that dust.
Are you gonna say drop the ball?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Cagdar.
Wow, that's a very nice item with the Keeper Alchemist. That's one of the best items he could hope for sure.
Ooh, Blade's still stat actually.
Yeah, and Please is in no position to fight here. He wants to fight once he gets an orb on that Keeper, and he's going to be putting out a lot of damage with these archers. So
get a staff as well, I think. Like even if you save one unit at a time,
it's almost not even worth getting the staff at this point.
Yeah, because he needs more archers, right? Because he has more upgrades anyway.
Exactly, he needs that 50 food army before it's worth getting the staff. And I usually get a lot of flack for not getting staff until I'm at 50 food, but the gold is in such short supply until you hit that 50 food supply or the 50 food army that, I don't know, it just doesn't feel good buying unnecessary items before you hit that 50 food army.
Boots of Quel'Thalas. You get 1 of mana stealing on the other side.
I'm surprised he didn't keep he actually picked up the Wand of Mana Stealing to the Keeper. I think the Wand of Mana Stealing is better on the Alchemist.
You think?
Yeah. Alchemist has 2 spells. He has not a massive mana pool, and every single steal is basically either like another spray or another acid bomb.
Oh my god, he's getting a Potom.
Man, I think he thinks he's playing against undead. This strategy that we're seeing is kind of a common strategy against undead. But,
dude, those wyverns are gonna like melt in like 1 second against marksmanship.
He has 3 wyverns actually.
Yeah. And like 2-0 archers, like with true shots, is gonna be a freaking start. He might actually, I think the plan is just kill the 3 wyverns, kill the 3 shamans, profit. Because after that, the game is over. Like
these 3 wyverns might be the downfall of Cash in this game. I really think that's a mistake. I meant to comment on this earlier. Okay, well, I mentioned that wyverns aren't good, but I did a replay review for someone the other day, and he was an orc player against an elf, and he did an early barracks and got wyvern, and I was like, wyvern are bad, don't get wyvern. They're too expensive, they're too easy to kill, don't do it. And now here Cash is one of the best orcs in the world doing it anyway. So I'm going to be interested to see if Please is able to pull out a win as a result of these wyvern. I think wyvern are a big mistake, especially with this archer army coming out from Please.
Here we go, wyverns flying in. They changed their mind pretty quick about this one. The Potom! Not like this! He's running inside of the entire army. Actually, he's attacking at the back.
Where's the Potom?
I got this, guys.
Bottom.
Okay, those wyverns are gonna melt.
Oh my god.
Even with acid bomb.
Oh my god. And the wyvern are sitting just on top of these archers. These archers are just destroying them. We see some focus coming out on that keeper. Or sorry, on the Kodo. Nice and tangle on the Kodo. Kodo's gonna drop pretty quickly. If we look at the food supply, Please is dropping in food supply, but he still does have a lot of damage to, so I don't think he's going to back up quite yet. I think he should be able to get that wyvern.
All the archers are gone though. Even though he went for heal spray level 2. But yeah, that pipe is going to be insane now, because the shamans are starting to run out more and more mana.
Did he use the Wand of Mana Stealing, or did he sell it? Do we know?
He must have sold it. I didn't really see it, to be honest.
I didn't see him use it either.
But then again, maybe use it on the Shadow, because the Shadow has no mana like pretty fast.
Big lightning shield coming out on this Blade Master. Blade Master. Another grunt falls. He used past TP. I don't think he should lose that Priestess. Oh, look at the lightning shield! Lightning shield doing damage to that level 1 Priestess.
A healing spray.
Healing spray coming out to save. I'm guessing, did he go level 2 heal spray or level 2?
Yeah, level 2 heal spray. Yeah.
Okay. Oh no! Priestess attacks by accident. I think that was an accident. Please, I don't think he meant to do that. More focus coming out on that wyvern, but nice micro by Cash saving the wyvern. Hide coming out on the archer. Oh, that was almost a big mistake. He really needed that huntress.
And now he has 3-0 attack, but Please lost his entire archer count. And now these orc heroes have leveled to 3.5 each.
But he's going to replace those archers super duper quickly. Please actually isn't in a terrible position. That wasn't a bad fight for him. He needs to use these clarities. There he goes. Get some mana on his heroes, and he's going to get back into a fighting position here. The amount of damage coming out from these archers is severely underestimated by people, especially with this 3-0 attack upgrade. And I'm guessing he got marksmanship as well. I didn't see it.
Yeah, he must have.
And once this Priestess comes back into this fight, these archers are going to be hitting super duper heavy. Too bad.
Yeah, it's a shame that the Potom wasn't there in the start of the fight, and also like the engagement didn't seem super ideal for Please, because it feels like his army had more potential to do better in that fight, in my opinion. But obviously props to Cash for handling it well too.
Yeah, and we see Cash Cash at the shop. He buys Heal Scroll, Invul Pot. That Invul Pot on the blade, huge in this matchup.
And he got Claws +9, by the way, on the expert.
Yeah. Oh my god.
They only get good items. What is this?
7 seconds of invulnerability on a Blade Master. Essentially, that equates to like 2 to 3 archer kills. So you expect to see an invul coming out on that Blade Master every single fight for the rest of the game.
I really hope Potom gets Searing Arrow here. I've seen Owl so many times. I think Searing Arrow would be so much better. He goes Owl. You got an entire mana pool that you can use for extra damage.
Yeah, sometimes people go Owl because the goal is to get another Orb of Venom on the Priestess and stack those Orbs of Venom. I think it's really good.
But probably not in that game.
Please does not have the gold right now to do that, though.
Okay, who's winning?
I think Cash is going to win this fight as a result of the items. Look at his Blade Master. Greater Healing Potion, Invul Potion. That Blade Master just isn't going to die, and he's just going to eat this army apart.
Well, because you say that, I feel like the Blade Master is definitely going to die, and Please is going to win.
All right, let's see the fight. It looks like a fight is going to start. Cash is not going to take a fight unless he's in a good position. Really smart. Nice positioning by Cash. Big Wisp detonates coming in here. Almost no mana on the Shaman. There's one with full mana still, but the rest are pretty low. And Alchemist is getting focused super duper hard. And snares.
Oh, he can't transfer the invul. He tried to. Oh.
Oh. And Alchemist dying there is huge. Now let's see losses for Cash. Not that many losses for Cash during that fight, or sorry, during that engagement. So Cash is just going to steamroll this now.
I love how he summoned an owl in the middle of the fight. Yeah, that's really going to save you, mate. Oh!
Oh, Blake! Oh, Blake! You're right! Blake
yeah,
went
but
down. Oh,
I mean, he lost everything, though.
Yeah,
Priestess got level 3. Obviously went for True Shot level 2.
With that Keeper going down, I don't see this going the way of Please. He is going to Tavern Revive the Alchemist. I'm surprised he didn't Tavern Revive the Keeper. The Keeper was the one with the Orb of Venom.
He's not even remaking that. I think he's planning on getting that next, maybe, because he's not remaking it from the altar right now. But it's probably super expensive. It was level 4.5, I think.
Yeah, 590 or something like that. Yeah, and he just says GG. He doesn't have the time to revive it. Yeah, I think like some minor mistakes from both sides, but Cash overall played better. He crept better, and the main thing was he had better items on his heroes that that was able to get.
They both got sick items, to be honest.